Go on, get in. Um, Full time, Manchester United 1, Arsenal 2. The winner from Danny Welbeck. Honestly, I couldn't have scripted it. Uh, Thrilled, absolutely thrilled with that. And Arsenal were the better side. They deserved the win. They were gritty. I thought there were some really good performances at the back. Nacho Monreal was superb. Perma, Saka, excellent. Francis Coquelin, what a season he's having. He's come from nowhere, and I think he was voted man of the match on the BBC tonight. Had a very good game. But I think all the attention will be on Danny Welbeck. And it's funny because in the first half he had a really difficult time. His first touch looked off. He looked like what he is, a player who hasn't actually played as a central striker for quite a long time. But he did what he does, and that's just carry on working. He kept on going, and he got his reward in the second half when he latched onto that loose pass and raced beyond De Gea to score the winner. And he celebrated as well, which I think every single Arsenal fan watching would have been delighted to see. It meant an enormous amount to him to score against the club who jettisoned him a few months ago. He proved a point tonight to Louis van Gaal. And he really announced himself as an Arsenal player. And I think that was a moment that will live long in the memory, and certainly in his memory. But as I say, lots of positives tonight. I mean, if you think about the two goalkeepers, Wojciech Szczesny, he actually didn't have a great game. He looked a little bit shaky at times. His confidence, he looked nervous because it was a big night for him coming in at Old Trafford, trying to reclaim his first team place. And I think there were a few nerves there, but he didn't make many saves. But then you think about David De Gea at the other end, and he had to produce a couple of absolute world-class saves to keep Arsenal out. So we deserved this win. We were comfortably better than them all over the field. They didn't seem confident in possession. They didn't seem confident in their strategy. Whereas we looked like, when we had the ball at our feet, we knew what we were doing. And it was scrappy at times, and it was bad-tempered at times. But I do think the better team won. A word for the referee as well. I'm sure the United fans won't be happy with him, but I think fair play to him. He called players out on the diving, and he sent Di Maria off for grabbing his shirt, and I was really pleased to see that. I think players get away with murder against referees in the Premier League, and frankly, that should be a straight red. I think he gave it as a second booking, but touching a referee like that, for me, you should be off. So Di Maria can have no complaints at all. And he got Januzaj as well for a clear dive. So huge credit to Michael Oliver. The draw's been made. It was made by an Arsenal fan in the form of Dermot O'Leary. He did a terrific job. We have Bradford or Reading in the FA Cup semi-final, which, both favourable potentially. And then Liverpool Villa in the other semi, of course. But tonight, Arsenal went to Old Trafford as FA Cup champions, and they played like FA Cup champions. This is a trophy we are obviously not going to let go of without a fight. And I am delighted to see it. Thank you, Danny Welbeck. That was very enjoyable.